silence and shame by those who prefer the cathedral's deep hush to any announcement, to any bright rush of bronze through the air of their grey morning town. They hung in the tower, impermanent still, their clappers removed with a bureaucrat's skill. The silence they made was a different kind, not absence of ringing, but bronze left behind to hold the potential of sound without sound. Lament for the crucified bells, silenced in bronze. The cathedral without you is nothing but stone. Your silence is louder than anything wrong. Lament for the crucified bells, kept forever young. Certain mornings when the temperature fell below what was measured, we swore we could tell. A residual ringing, a ghost of the tone, the memory of bronze singing into the stone. The tower remembered what silence forgot. Lament for the crucified bells, silenced in bronze. The cathedral without you is nothing but stone. Your silence is louder than anything wrong. Lament for the crucified bells, kept forever young. Climbed to the tower and I pressed my whole face against the cold surface of bronze in that space. I heard inside it a contained and withheld vibration of everything ever compelled to ring out in bronze at the dawn of a day. The bells that are silent still hold all their sound. They keep it more carefully underground than those that are rung and release it to air. The crucified bells are heavier for their repair. Of silence around all the sound they contain. Lament for the crucified bells, silenced in bronze. The cathedral without you is nothing but stone. Your silence is louder than anything wrong. Lament for the crucified bells, kept forever young.
The territories, no living soul had walked
walked and returned from with memory whole. His instruments measure the gradients of dread, the longitude, latitude, topography of dead, zones on the margin of the world's far side. His maps were engraved upon the blackest vellum, the lines drawn in something that wasn't quite vellum, but ink mixed with ash from a particular source. He never disclosed, naming only the course of rivers that flowed through the wrong hemisphere. The phantom cartographer, mapping the dark, charting the territories past every mark. The daylight is set on the edge of the world. The phantom cartographer, compass unfurled. I found one of his maps inside a sealed drawer in a house that had housed him some decades before. The territories drawn were impossible shapes, a geography built from regrets and escapes. The topography intimate, unmistakably mine. The phantom cartographer, mapping the dark, charting the territories past every mark. The daylight is set on the edge of the world. The phantom cartographer, compass unfurled. He'd mapped my interior before I was born. The grief to be noted, the places most torn, the coordinates given for losses ahead, the latitudes marking the words left unsaid. A cartography of a life not yet lived. I folded the map in its original crease and carried it with me as some kind of peace. For knowing the territory, even the dark, is better than wandering without any mark. The phantom cartographer mapped me to find myself. The phantom cartographer, mapping the dark, charting the territories past every mark. The daylight is set on the edge of the world. The phantom cartographer, compass unfurled. leads where the others will follow, across the black meadow and into the hollow, where something is waiting with patience and weight, a shepherd of endings who manage the gates between the known pasture and everything after. I heard the bell tolling from somewhere below, its sound moving upward through permafrost slow, a frequency older than language or name, a calling that everything answers the same, regardless of season or sorrow or sin. Bellwether of the dead, ringing below, your clear silver note is the last one I'll know. You lead through the meadow and into the night, the bellwether of the dead, carrying light. The flock that it leads is assembled from all the ones who have answered the bell's final call. They move without hurry across the dark grass, each one unremarkable, letting time pass from the thing they were once into what they become. Bellwether of the dead, ringing below, your clear silver note is the last one I'll know. You lead through the meadow and into the night, the bellwether of the dead, carrying light. I followed the sound to the edge of the field and stood at the boundary the darkness has sealed, against the return of the ones who go through. The bellwether paused and regarded me too, with eyes of a color that patience had made. It did not press forward, it did not retreat. It waited with perfect and absolute beat of silver bell ringing in cold evening air. I took one step forward, the meadow was there. The bellwether turned and I followed its bell. Bellwether of the dead, ringing below, words about dust and the words about dead. I walked from the church with the mark on my brow, a temporary symbol, a temporary vow that nonetheless felt like it wanted to stay. I looked in the mirror that evening and found the mark had not faded, but rather had wounded itself into something more fixed and more true, a permanent symbol of what I'd come through and not yet come through, and might never come through. Ash Wednesday permanent, dust on the brow. Ashes were taken from something that burned, some previous beauty that hadn't returned to beauty again, but to carbon and grey. I wore the remains of an earlier day when something was living and bright and believed. Ash Wednesday permanent, dust on the brow. For what made me reassign to beauty and ending in equal amounts. For dust is the origin and dust is the end, and everything living is only on land. From carbon and mineral and cold winter air, the ash on my forehead is always still there, the mark of the permanent. Collection in vessels of glass, each breath sealed precisely as life chose to pass. The stoppered decanters lined up on the shelf contained all the exhalation realizations of self that final moments had offered her keeping. She learned the collection from someone before, an elder who kept them behind a locked door. Each vessel was labeled with date and with name, a provenance marking from where each one came. The shelf held a century's last breathing in. Collector of last breaths, keeper of ends, the final exhalation that dying extends. She stops up the vessels and places them still. The collector of last breaths, against her own will. She'd open one ever to see if something remained in the glass, possibly some trace of the person beyond what the breath could carry of life into the vessel of death. She looked at me long before answering no. Collector of last breath, keeper of ends, the final exhalation that dying extends. She stops up the places them still, the collector of last breaths, against her own will. Decanter was clouded and thin, the glass having aged into near discipline of transparency, barely containing the air of someone who died in a year beyond care of any still living who'd known them in flesh. She told me the collection would go to the earth with her when she died. Every vessel of worth interred in the keeping of soil and of dark. The last breaths return to the soil and the park of everything breathing beneath us and gone. Collector of last breaths, keeper of ends, the final exhalation that dying extends. She stops up the vessels and places them still, the collector of last breaths, against her own will.
All the beautiful things at the edge of ending, poised carefully close to the ledge of stillness, but never quite crossing it through. A fox in mid-leap and an owl mid-view. A world caught in amber between breath and end.
shop smelled deeply of something preserved, a chemical tenderness carefully served. She worked in the evenings with meticulous hands, fulfilling the craft's quiet permanent demands. Each creature a sentence she chose not to end.
Taxidermist reverie,
Still in glass-eyed,
the moment of beauty,
before the light died.
she keeps all the creatures
In permanent pose, the taxidermist knowing what only she knows.
The eyes that she chose were a personal art
Hand-blown and specific, a craft from the heart
of someone who understood amber and glass.
that light can be frozen and made not to pass through the socket of things that no longer can see.
Taxidermist reverie,
Still in glass-eyed,
the moment of beauty,
before the light died.
she keeps all the creatures
In permanent pose, the taxidermist knowing what only she knows.
I watched her one evening restore an old hawk,
Whose feathers are frayed and whose posture of stalk
had softened with time to a slump and a lean.
she worked with such tenderness, careful and clean,
Until something ferocious was ferocious again. When I am gone, I would like to remain
as beautiful, poised and resistant to rain.
as a finer specimen standing on shelf.
We are all taxidermy of our former selves,
Preserved by the memories others keep warm. Taxidermist reverie,
still in glass-eyed,
the moment of beauty,
before the light died.
she keeps all the creatures
In permanent pose, the taxidermist knowing what only she knows.
A past life arriving like something mislaid behind the furniture of the current year. A music I'd known from before being here. A language that lived in the muscle of hands. I dreamed of a
city that stood before mine. Its architecture familiar, every line recalled in the body before in the mind.
The streets led me somewhere I'd somehow resigned myself to forgetting
in this incarnation.
Cryptomnesia,
Memory without source,
the ghost of a life
running its own dark course.
I carry the weight
of a self I don't own.
Cryptomnesia,
The seed someone has sown.
Research revealed that the city I'd dreamed had burned to the ground at a date that it seemed precisely the year of a gap in my birth. 3 days between heaven and arrival to earth.
I wandered 3 days in a city on fire.
Cryptomnesia,
Memory without source,
the ghost of a life
running its own dark course.
I carry the weight
Of a self I don't know.
Cryptomnesia,
The seed someone has sown.
To dismiss it as pattern and need, the mind finding structure and randomness freed from meaning, the brain being narrative bent by nature, by habit, by everything spent on making a story of noise and of static. But still when I walk through the city at night, certain corners illuminate with the light of somewhere else,
Someone else, some other year.
and I am both present and gone and still here.
A cryptomnesiac, haunted by lives.
Cryptomnesia,
Memory without source,
the ghost of a life
running its own dark course.
I carry the weight
Of a self I don't know.
Cryptomnesia,
The seed someone has sown.
the body broke loose. Could read in the fracture the injuries use. Her hands held a knowledge the schooling had missed, a knowledge of damage transferred through the wrist of those who had suffered the breaking of form. She
Cooked in the kitchen by lamplight and touch. Her diagnosis requiring not much beyond what her fingers translated from bone, a language of damage entirely her own. The broken king quietly left walking straight.
The bone setter's daughter learns fracture and mend,
The place where the breaking and the healing blend.
I carry her knowledge in my own two hands.
The bone setter's daughter who understands.
Pass me the knowledge at 12 in the night, when both of my hands felt a pulse of the right.
Particular frequency, warm in the dark. She said, now you carry it, now you hold the mark. I felt something travel from her hands to mine.
The bone setter's daughter learns fracture and mend,
The place where the breaking and the healing blend.
I carry her knowledge in my own two hands.
The bone setter's daughter who understands.
She had healed,
still living inside her, a lifetime revealed.
in fracture set right by the skill of her hands.
She died holding beauty that no one understands.
As beauty,
The record
of every mended thing. I said bones by lamplight as my mother had done.
I read in the fracture the story begun.
Before I arrived to translate it to whole,
The bone setter's daughter
inherits the role
of finding in damage the shape of repair.
The bone setter's daughter learns fracture and mend,
The place where the breaking and the healing blend.
I carry her knowledge in my own two hands.
This bone setter's daughter
Who understands? Do not keep, where every inscription falls quickly to sleep. The headstones have softened to undifferent stone, the names worn away by the elements shown. No reverence for the demands of the dead.
I walk through this garden on an boundaries difficult to say precisely,
and everything blurred at the edge.
the yew tree stood witness, the cold bramble hedge
contained the forgetting
inside its domain. Garden of forgetting, nameless and still,
where memory surrenders
to weather and will.
The stones hold their silence,
The names hold their peace.
the garden of forgetting
Is only a release.
I tried to remember the names that were gone,
To fill in the letters the weather had drawn.
away from the stone with its patient erasure.
But memory offered no reliable measure
Of who had been carved in the stone.
and then lost. Garden of forgetting, nameless and still,
Where memory surrenders
to weather and will.
the stones hold their silence,
The names hold their peace.
the garden of forgetting
Is only release.
Perhaps this is mercy,
The name going first,
the stone holding simply
the grief and the thirst,
of those who came visiting
laying their flowers
on graves without titles
through all of the hours.
that grief takes to loosen
Its grip on a name. I left my own name written light in the mud
at the foot of a stone
that was covered in bud,
of something tenacious.
and dark holding on
By morning my signature
also was gone.
the garden of forgetting
Absorbed it like rain.
garden of forgetting
Nameless and still,
where memory surrenders
to weather and will.
the stones hold their silence,
The names hold their peace.
the garden of forgetting
Is only release.
winter came first, and the winter stayed on. Past February's promise, and into the dawn. Out weeks where the light should have lengthened and grown, The cold simply deepened and made itself home in every corner of every cold room. I adapted in stages the way that the cold requires of the body and makes of the old. Familiar architecture of warmer concerns, a ruin of memory, a place where grief turns into the permanent liturgy of frost.
Endless winter liturgy, cold without end. The prayers of the frozen, the hymns that descend.
I worship at altars of ice and of grey,
The endless winter liturgy, here to stay.
The congregation gathered in coats and in scarves. We sang the cold carols, we played the cold harps of wind through the pines and the ice on the lake. We sang for the beauty that winter can make. From everything living it chooses to still.
Endless winter liturgy, cold without end. The prayers of the frozen, the hymns that descend.
I worship at altars of ice and of grey.
The endless winter liturgy, here to stay.
Of this winter wore nothing but grey. He spoke in the vocabulary cold has for day, abbreviated and precise and removed from anything comfort a warmth has approved. The congregation nodded in perfect accord.
For those of us built for the winter interior, the endless cold liturgy feels the superior form of devotion, the truest of prayers. We kneel on the ice, we ascend the cold stairs, we sing the long winter into its dark. An endless winter liturgy, cold without end. The prayers of the frozen, the hymns that descend.
I worship at altars of ice and of grey.
The endless winter liturgy, here to stay.
Gothic Vault.
Thank you for watching.